Hi everyone and welcome to the tutorial. Today I will be demonstrating how to work the Russian bind-off method. This is a nice and neat bind-off method. It has a semi-flexible result which is lovely for things like shawl projects, and it's quite an easy method to use. Your written instructions for this technique will generally read something like the following. Knit first stitch, transfer the stitch now on right hand needle back to left hand needle, insert right hand needle into front loop of this stitch as if to purl, then into front loop of second stitch on left hand needle as if to knit. Wrap yarn around right hand needle and draw the yarn through both stitches, then slip the two stitches off the left hand needle together, leaving you with one stitch on the right hand needle and one stitch decreased. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm ready to bind off here with my project. Okay, so we first off knit the first stitch. This is done totally normally, just as you always would. Now what we do is transfer this stitch back to the left hand needle without twisting it. Next we insert the right hand needle into this stitch as if to purl, so from back to front through the front loop of the stitch. And then without doing anything to this stitch yet, we also take the right hand needle and insert it into the second stitch on the left hand needle as if to knit. So hopefully you can see there my needle has gone through this first stitch and also through the back stitch. So it's sort of crossed through the two of them. And now we knit those two stitches together. So I pull the yarn through both stitches and slide them from the left hand needle. And what that's done is decreased one of those stitches, it's bounded off. So I've got one stitch left on the right hand needle now. And then we start to repeat from the bit where we slipped that stitch back to the left hand needle. So insert needle into that stitch as if to purl, then into the second stitch on the right hand needle as if to knit, so going through both stitches. Knit them together, so pull your yarn through both loops and now slip them from the left hand needle. And there we've decreased another stitch. Slip that stitch back to the left hand needle and continue to repeat. Insert right hand needle as if to purl, insert as if to knit into the second stitch, wrap the yarn around, knit those stitches together and slip them from the left hand needle. And you continue to repeat those steps until we get to the very last stitch. Once you get to the last stitch, you don't need to slip it back to your left hand needle. You simply pull that stitch nice and wide and then just pull your yarn through and pull it shut to secure. And that's the Russian bind-off method. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, do leave them below.